tariqat with its base in Popongan near Klaten. If you go to visit Kyai Haji Salman Dakhlawi, you will find him besieged by devotees, people seeking his advice, seeking his prayers, asking him to pray over bottles of aqua which you can take home and cure people. And you don't have to travel very far to meet Mbaklin, Kyai Haji Muslim Imam Pura. He's got this most wonderful pasantra. It's called Al-Mutakin Panchasila Sakti. What a wonderful combination of names. He established this pasantra in 1959. He says, he recognized, he says, for example, that Ratu Kidul memang ada. Sunan Lawu juga memang ada. Mereka makhluk, juga diciptakan Tuhan. But tidak perlu dihormati. And he says, over time, the beliefs will change, but they really do exist. We can go on to see, there's a Kyai Hussein Muhammad, Cirebon, I don't have a photograph of it, on the basis of traditionalist Islamic interpretations, the founder of a feminist organization, Rahima, fighting for gender equality on the basis of interpretations of the Quran and Hadith and legal texts. We talked about creases before. We saw the MTA with all their creases lined up, and orang Islam harus bertaubat. By contrast, in Kediri, GP Ansor is active in what they call a campaign for the budaya budaya bangsa Kris, to melestarikan budaya Kristen. And what they're saying is that you don't have to believe that there's a spirit in the Kris, but you have to recognize it as a work of art. But if you go to the NU Museum in Surabaya, the new NU Museum, you will see creases that are said to be creases that are Sakti. You will see a stone there which has indentations in it with a hand of a kiai, and like this burn stone through. There's no question about these supernatural powers existing. While we're in Kediri, we could go and visit Wahidiyah. I'm sorry, I don't have a photograph of Gus Latif, Haji Abdul Latif, who's the head of Wahidiyah. An extraordinary organization. NU says it is not a legal tariqat yang muktabaroh. Mbaklin says, I don't mind, it's not a tariqat at all. It's just the best way to reach God. Very simple. He says his teachings are the same as the doctrine of no self in Buddhism. No self. This is what he gets. They have this extraordinary tzikir, where they weep. And every year at the Hall, Kediri is flooded with tens of thousands of devotees of Wahidiyah. One day for men, one day for women, one day for youth. So, the religious world is getting very complicated. It's possible that it always has been complicated, we just didn't have the information. But certainly, it's very complicated now. It's very difficult to know where is the center of gravity. What is the main direction of what's going on? That's very hard to know. In collaboration with the PPIN, Pusat Pengkajian Islam dan Masyarakat at UIN Jakarta, we have been carrying out annual opinion surveys. Now they do opinion surveys every year, and for us they put in a set of questions that we want asked too. And one of them is about identity. Apakah Anda menganggap diri sebagai orang Kejawen atau Bangan atau Santri atau Putihan dan sebagainya? The results are so confusing that it's hard to know what to make of them. Between 2006 and 2008, the number of people who are Santri went down from nearly 60% to just over 30%. The number who said they were Abangan or Kejawen also went down. The number who said they don't know went up. Now, I think that may suggest a confusion about what the identities are, what the categories mean. We also did a telephone survey in Kediri, very interesting, asked the same questions. And when asked to identify themselves in terms of categories, a lot of people said, for saya Islam netral, Islam nasional, Islam biasa, Islam nasional, Islam awam, all kinds of categories we'd never even thought of, but which they basically were saying, don't put me in any of your boxes.